popular bhajan, and especially in Russia, when there was a lot of opposition to the establishing of Krishna consciousness. And there's an amazing book called Salted Bread, which is the greatest action, thriller, suspense. If a movie is made out of that book, it will be mind-blowing, because that book is the adventure. And actually it's not just adventure, but the real surrender the devotees went through, because at that time Russia was communist Russia, and they were anti-religion so much. KGB, Cold War, 1970s, 80s, crazy. And when the devotees wanted to try and establish the hardships, the struggle, everything they went through, and this was the bhajan they all took shelter of. And Prabhupada sung this bhajan so many times. And it's a very beautiful, simple bhajan. So let's just see what it means very quickly. So it starts with Bhaja Hure Mana. It is an instruction we are singing to ourselves, my dear mind. Bhaja Hure Mana. Please always sing about Sri Nanda Nanda. Who is Sri Nanda Nanda?
Sri Nanda Radha Krishna.
Correct, Krishna. Nanda ke Nandan. Nanda, the son of Nanda Baba. Nanda. And if you sing of him, what will happen? Abhaya Charanaravindare. His lotus feet will give you abhaya, will give you fearlessness.
Yeah.
Why you should sing? Because Durlabha Manava Janma. That we have now finally got this rare human form of life. After so many millions of lives and so many species, God knows where we were, finally human life has come. And now, Durlabha Manava, and even more rare than Manav Janma is Satsang. We finally have Satsang. Even so many people have human life, but who has Satsang? Who has association of the truth? That is even more rare. And Taro E Bhava Sindhure. And this will help us cross the ocean of birth and death, or the ocean of all the, as we grow in life, one thing we know for sure is life is very difficult. As children, when we're very small, we have a very rosy picture of life. Life is wonderful, it will be like this. We read books, we read fairy tales, and our view of the world and life is very nice and bright and yay. And then when we grow up a little bit we understand hardship, struggle, but teenage, young, we still know, bahut karenge, ye karenge, we'll go do this, do that. And then, but as life goes on and on, everyone in this universe, whether he's a homeless person or he's a billionaire, as life goes, everyone knows one thing: this is not a life of great happiness. It's a life of great struggle, a life of great suffering, a life of great. It's as one place in the Bhagavatam describes, it's like a drop of water in a desert. When we are very thirsty, sometimes you come from outside very thirsty, and the only thing which can satisfy you is water. Anybody even says gulab jam, water. Anybody. And finally you drink that water and feel so. And imagine at that point someone says, we have water but only this much is left. You will be like, you take that now, it little bit satisfied me, but I want more water. And so the Bhagavatam describes that's the happiness in the world. There is happiness, but it's like, so Taro E Bhava Sindhure. And then he's describing why is this Bhava Sindhu, what is there? Sita Ata Bata Barisana. There is so much heat and cold, and E Dina Jamini Jagri, and because of that you can't sleep in the day, you can't sleep in the night. And Bifale Sevinu Kripana Dojana Chapala Sukhala Balagire. And for a tiny bit of happiness, we have served people, Kripana Durjana. We have served people. It also refers to people, and it also refers to our own senses. We are trying to serve ourselves, trying to make ourselves happy for a chappala sukh, for a for an insignificant pleasure. Dhana, all the things we are so proud and happy about, dhana, wealth, yavana, our talents and abilities and youth and energy, putra, family, parijana, friends and connections and this and that. Ithe ki ache parati kire. But he's saying all these things will not help because kamala dala jala jivana talamala. Like on a lotus leaf, which is a very waxy coating, and one drop of water falls and it forms like a pearl. And the little wind will come and that water will immediately slip off the leaf. So same way he's saying our life is like that. One little small accident happens, or some disease happens, or something. We hear of so many newses of people just leaving their body, and we are so shocked. Oh, she was so young. Oh, he was only this. And suddenly what happened, nobody knows. So he's saying life is like that. And none of us know. Will we really wake up tomorrow morning? Who knows? Will we really, we make 3-year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan? Who knows? Who has seen? But so he's saying, Jivana bhaja hu hari padaniti. And therefore, please, we have to tell ourselves to really take shelter of Krishna Balaram, really take shelter of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. And how we can take shelter, finally, is saying in the most wonderful and easy, happy process of Krishna consciousness, Shravana, hearing about Krishna, Kirtan, singing about Krishna, doing japa, talking about Krishna, Smarana, remembering Krishna, praying to Krishna, worshipping his lotus feet, being his servant, doing services, coming to temple, everything. So it's just a wonderful, joyful process. And Govinda Das, the author of the song, is finally signing off. So let us sing this bhajan.
Third para Prabhu. Edana Yavana Putra Jai.
Yeah, I described it, that how all these things are not going to really help us. The things we are so proud of, wealth and youth and family and connections, and as life goes on, these are the things we keep building, adding to our portfolio, as though this is what's going to. But suddenly, as he's saying, Jivana ka, when death will come, finished. Everything is over. And not even death sometimes. Even in this life, when situations change, suddenly you are plucked out by the power of time. You're plucked out of one situation in which you thought it was you were the greatest, the most wonderful, this, and suddenly Krishna shows you, hey, you are nothing. Yes. Suddenly you're, and especially for all of us living in this country on visas, never know, suddenly visa gone. The whole setup which you made so much struggle for, everything gone. And that's why I sing all the more you have to take shelter of Krishna. Okay, so let us sing this bhajan.
Bhajan
translation there?
Yeah.
No, you got the mouse there. Wait, I'll do.
Oh,
You just scroll
Yeah.
over
Something more like Odia, yeah. It's Bengali.
here. No, it's not.
It's
okay.
Bengali.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. You said like Oriya, I said no.
Let's
Same.
take turns and read the translation.
Ah,
Want me to-
First one? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, mind just worship the.
Right.
Oh no, mind.
Just look.
Remove.
Thank you, Professor. Hari Guru. Oh mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which make one fearless, having obtained this rare human birth. Cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons.
Second, please.
Both in the day and at night I remain sleepless, suffering the pain of the heat and the cold, the wind and the rain. For a fraction of the flickering happiness I have uselessly served the weak and miserable man.
What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons, and family members? This life is tottering like a drops of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari.
It is the desire and great longing of Gauranga Das Bhajan to engage himself in the 9 processes of bhakti, namely hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering praise to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping him with flowers and incense and so forth, serving him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very self.